Hello and welcome to Urnanabha Bestcobweb. This is Aritra and how the internet. So far in this project we have learned so far that different types of tags and their attributes such as the text and font formatting tags, section tags, and we had a little bit of knowledge on hyperlinks and on creating the background image and using it into your project. So we left a couple of things in our previous tutorials, such as whenever you are creating a hyperlink reference, always remember that this is actually the anchor tag, and href refers here the hyperlink reference, and as a whole this whole part, this is known as the relative path, which depicts the proper address of the data you are actually using into your project. In this part we are actually concentrating on table, and in creating a table all you have to do is to just introduce a new tag which is known as the table tag. But this is not actually good enough to create your table. All you have to do is to specify a row and a column. Actually a table consists of rows and columns, and the rows, they are abbreviated as the tier tag, and the column part here is abbreviated as the TT part. Now whenever you are creating a table, always remember that you have to specify the rows and the columns. Now if I save this document and then open it in our internet browser, then we will see that there is no such display. Now let's put something over here, something like this. And there goes the display, hello world. But as we see that so far there's no such good display or good visual interface. That's why we have to understand the in-depth knowledge of creating a table. So all we have to do here is to first creating some attributes for this table. All I'm doing here is first creating these alignments. Suppose I am giving here center. This is another attribute which depicts the position of the table, whether it is on the left side or it is in the central position or it is in the rightmost position. So I am choosing here that the table should lie in between, in middle of your web page display. So I have provided here the term align center, and of course I am giving another attribute here, border 1, and another thing, we should be providing a background color. So I am introducing here the term BG color, which is yellow in nature. Now if I press Ctrl S and reload the page, we see that a 1:1 table has been created. The content in between is hello world, the background of the table is yellow, and there is a certain border. We are giving some more attributes into this table. Now I am providing here cell spacing equals to 1 and cell padding equals to 1. We will see, if we now reload, then we will see that there's nothing so far. It is actually holding the default value. So if we increase here the cell spacing and cell padding, then we see that the cell it has taken itself a padding of 10 pixels from the top, from the bottom, from the right, from the left. So this is actually a cell. This cell is actually taking a padding of 10 pixels from the top, from the right, from the bottom, and from the left. So this is a 1:1 table. That means only one cell will be produced here. So if I now make a 2:1, that means there will be 2 rows and a single column. Then all we have to do is to take another row, create another row inside this table. And now I am telling here that this is another. So I am just pressing Ctrl S and looking through the internet browser, and all we have to do is to reload the page, and I have reloaded it, and we see that there now 2 rows are there but only a single column. Now if you have to provide 2 columns, that means your table will be now having 2 rows and 2 columns, and it will be a 2:2 table, and total number of cells should be there 4. That means 2 into 2 equals to 4. So this is another row and this is another row, and now I am creating another column inside. So the column that comes directly beneath the tier, that means the column should come in the row. So all I am doing, after this column has been ended, now I am creating another column here, td, and I am simultaneously creating another column over here, because we were told to make a 2:2 table. That means there will be 2 rows and there will be 2 columns. Now let's change these contents. This will be row 1 col 1, this will be row 1 but col 2. Now this is row 2 col 1, and whereas this should be row 2 col. Now just save it, go to your internet browser and reload it, and you see that there are 4 cells now, and this is the first cell which is row 1 col 1, this is the second cell which is row 1 col 2, this is the third cell which is row 2 col 1, and this is the fourth cell which is row 2 col 2. Now if you specify a certain width to your table, let's say that I am giving 1000 pixels of width here, reload it, and you see that now the table has gained its width, and it is now 1000 pixels. So this is the first cell which is row 1 col 1 col 1, row 1 col 2, and as it is. Now if you just want to make different background for different cells, so all you have to do is to provide certain BG colors to the column elements. So all I am doing here, I am creating here another BG color option. Then I will be going to Photoshop, and I will be creating something. Suppose that I am just taking this color here as an instance, providing the hashtag again and pasting in the color code here. This is the second column. I am giving here BG color again, and then here is another BG color. For the convenience, I am just now providing here a different type of color, such as let's choose the green color. Copy the code again or press Ctrl C while into your color picker option. First select this code and then press Ctrl C. Now you go to your text editor, provide hashtag and just press Ctrl V to paste the color code so far you have copied. Then go to the final part. Again provide a hashtag, go to Photoshop, choose the color you want to choose. Suppose I am now choosing a little bit of bluish color. So I am copying this code again, first selecting this code and then pressing Ctrl C. Now I am just going to the text editor and I am pressing Ctrl V to paste the color code over here. Now I am going to internet browser and reloading the web page, and what we are seeing now we see that these different cells, these 4 cells, they are individually colored. So like this way, in this way you can change the background color or any other styling properties just by providing the attributes in their respective tags. This is how you will create a table in your web page. In this manner, if you wish to create a 3:1 table or a 5:6 tables or a 8:10 table, suppose if you are creating a 8:10 table, that means you will be having 8 rows and you will be having total of 10 columns per row. Always keep that in mind, and the total number of cells you will be having is 8 into 10. Let's understand this thing by having a proper example in front of us. I am creating a new file here first and I am pressing OK. Now I am creating a layer. Now I am going to brush, reducing the size just to write something over here. Now always remember that suppose you have a total of, you are asked to create an 8:10 table. That means 8:10. 8:10 here actually that determines that you have a total of tier equivalent to 8 and a TD number of columns you will be having a total of 10. And the total number of cells, if you are asked to make the number of cells, how many cells should be created there, that depends on these two amounts. That means there will be a total number of cells will be 8 into 10. That means you will be having 80 cells into your document. In this manner, if you are asked to create a for say 5:6 tables, that means a total number of rows should be 5. That should never exceed 5. That is equivalent to, that is equal to 5. So total number of rows should be there 5, and total number of columns, each row should be 6, and total number of cells should be, there 5 into 6, that means 30. So you will be having a total number of 30 cells. Now it depends on what kind of attribute you are providing to your table, such as if you just give how you will align your table, it should be in center or in the left position or in the right position, whether you will be providing any border or not, whether you will be giving any BG color or not, what should be the exact amount of cell spacing or cell padding. All these things depends upon each other. All these things are just collaborated to each other. So this is the concept of table. Now instead of just some tables, just some text into that. Now let's suppose that we actually wish to keep an image over here. First of all, the table should be a 1:3 table. That means there will be a single row, but there should be 3 columns. So that means there will be 3 cells. And now in the very first column, there will be a text. In the middle column, there will be an image, and in the last column, there will be another text. It should be something like this. If we create it in this manner, what I am talking about is in the first segment, there should be a text something like this. Then there should be a certain image, something like this. Now I have to copy now I will have to create another layer first, and then I'll be pressing it over here. First I just created the column. So this is col 1, this is col 2, and all I have to do is to place an image into this col 2. That's why we'll have to use certain images here. For say I am using this image. So then there will be an image in the middle column, and then there will be another layer, there will be another column, and this time this column, it will be housing another text here, another text. Suppose it is word. Please try to understand what I am trying to establish here. All I am trying to do is to make you understand the basic concept on table. So this is what actually I tried to draw here, tried to figure it out here. Now this is the table we are actually trying to create. There will be a single row, but there will be 3 columns. Hello, then there comes the image, and then there comes the word. Hello world. So now all we have to do is to create that table first here.